let's explore the British school system today with Prof. Capuzzo. How are you? I hope you find I hope you are okay. So you can open your book at page 154. It's module 3, unit 3 of your book, Growing into Old Age. Today we're going to explore the world of a school system in Great Britain. Okay, let's have a look immediately. If you see at your table, we can see we have to bear in mind a bit of division in the system. So we can divide it into years of education from the first year up to the 13th year and beyond if we think about universities. And those years obviously corresponding to a certain age of attending schools and certain types of schools. But let's go exactly step by step. The years of education from 1st to 13th are divided into key stages. What does it mean, key stages? So you do like 1 year or 2 years or 3 years and boom, you do some exams and let's say you have it prepared and certified. Those are the key stages. We can count up to 4 stages, actually 5 if we consider the 18 years old, but actually let's focus on the compulsory years. What does it mean compulsory? Those years in which the state says, okay, each person from 5 to 16 years has the right and duty, obligation to go to school, like in Italy, okay? So you compulsory mean obbligatorio, okay? So up to 16 years old, you have to go to school. It's not your own choice, okay? After, yes, it becomes your choice if you want to continue and to study, okay? So they divided into 4 key stages, okay? And we're gonna see from nursery school is not really, the nursery school is not compulsory because it's from 4 years old, the little ones, to the secondary school. Let's have a look. What we said, key stages. Every key stage needs to be assessed. So at the end of the stage, you're gonna have a national test. And these tests are known as SATs. That means statutory assessment tests. Okay. Let's skip immediately to the very last one. At 16, you have the key stage 4. Okay, if you see, where between 15 and 16, you can draw a line. That's a key stage 4. Student seat, that's very important. The CGSE exam, General Certificate of Secondary Education, that is very important. Okay. Okay, after that, what you can do? Well, you can go to work and good luck, or you can keep studying and good luck as well. So if you keep studying, you do an extra 2 years. It's called the 6th form or College of Further Education. And at the end of those 2 years, you're gonna have some exams called A levels. A means advanced, that are needed if you want to attend university, for example. Okay, you can't skip them. Okay, but let's say the CGSE are the most important one, and then A levels, let's say come maturità nostra. I don't know, because the CGSE are important as our maturità, but they are at 16, not 18. So to level up, the same A levels are like our maturità, but they're not really correspondent. The maturità is more like this one, but for age is like more this one. Whatever, let's keep going. Okay, let's have a look at the key stage one by one. Key stage 1 is comprehensive of nursery school. We said that it is not compulsory. Okay, nursery school, la scuola dell'infanzia, l'asilo, quello che chiamavamo un tempo asilo. Infant school, well, that's what they calling it, but it's already primary school, la scuola primaria. Okay, but it's for the first 2 years, 5 and 6 years old, so it's an infant school. All those stages, all those years are within the key stage 1. So the first 2 years of primary school are described as key stage 1. Quindi they have exams after 2 years. When they learn to read and write properly, to develop numeracy, mathematical reasoning, then they can finally have an exam and say, okay, you can go further. And the second stage, key stage 2, is called junior school. But actually still primary school. See, so if I'm asking you, primary school, at what age do you go to primary school? Well, from 5 till 10 years old, and it is divided into two main types or steps. Infant school, the first 2 years as a key stage 1, and junior school, key stage 2. Okay, you can say that. So there are 4 years of primary school, so 3, 4, 5, 6 year of the education. Pay attention, this is year of education, doesn't mean the age. Can you see? This is the age of the kids, 7 to 10. Here is the year of education, because we started, do you remember? We started back to key stage 1 at 5. That was the compulsory year 1, okay, of education. Okay, pupils obviously learn to consolidate, practice, discuss language. They go, they deepening their mathematical reasoning. Okay, they start to have more competencies, not just reading and writing, but also to discuss public speaking, performancing, and everything. Topics and subjects are added, obviously. I just mentioned here history and geography, but actually there is science, arts, all like in our curriculum, okay? Stage 3 and 4. Stage 3 and 4 is like our middle school. La scuola secondaria di primo grado e secondo grado, we call it, cioè le vecchie medie e superiori, is key stage 3 and 4. Okay, we start from year 11 and we end up actually to year 16, to be honest. And then we will see we add up an extra 2 years, but let's have a look. So here you can find all 3 stages, 2 stages. So from 7 to 9 year of education, ve l'ho messo distinto qua con l'età e gli anni dell'educazione, perché loro lo fanno tutto intero, ok? E key stage 4, chiaramente all the topics and subjects are studied into properly, so they are able to develop the competencies. Okay. The other differences, and this is about years of education, how you can achieve the stages. The type of schools, well, they can go to different types of schools. So there are 2 main types of schools. State schools, we'll show you 1 second, and public schools. Okay, let's get back to state schools, also maintain school. Pay attention to the terms, especially with the public school, we will see later. So state schools correspond to scuola pubblica, okay? So they're managed by local council. They are primary and secondary schools, of course. They are free of charge. That means that you don't have to pay high fees to access. They are government funded. They follow the national curriculum. And I added this one. They are not available for international students. So basically, you have to believe, you need to live there, yeah, in the council. The priority system of attendance is like in Italy. Okay, if you belong to that council, you have more opportunities, more chances to be enrolled in that school. The public school, pay attention, public schools we do not translate into Italian scuole pubbliche, ma sono esattamente le scuole private. They are also called the private schools. They are independent institutions. Attenzione, da noi in Italy, private schools usually are faith schools. So they are run by religious organization. In England, not at all. Okay, faith schools are one type of schools. I didn't mention it, but they exist. Public schools or private schools are simply independent institutions. They specialize in secondary schools. Most of them have high fees, and they are not non-governmental funded. They may or may not follow the national curriculum. They might choose to follow something different. So they are independent even for following curricula. And of course, they are available for international students. Okay, so when a kid is finishing the junior school, they needs to attend the secondary school. Which one to attend? Well, there are three types of schools. Let's say, generally speaking, there are more. Your table is saying modern schools as well, but it's fine. Pay attention to this one: academy, comprehensive, and grammar. Academy basically are a newly introduced type of school. They were introduced in recent years when there were some, let's say, failing issues in the state schools. Okay, so they were schools weak, inefficient. They followed below. They fell below the national average. So government decided, okay, we can provide some further education, and managed by independent organization, and yet we can give some money. È un po' come le nostre scuole private, okay? So they are partially funded by the government, and but they are independent, okay? So it's a new way. It's recent, these academies, okay? Comprehensive school are those schools where well, they are the one that looks like our schools. They're most similar to us, because it's a state school, and you don't have to have extremely excellent marks and grades to attend this school. So the admission is for everyone. They are not selective school. You can see here, they're not selective school. Okay, the admission is not restricted to just those who have or money or good grades. And in opposition to that, contrary to the comprehensive school, are the grammar schools. The grammar schools are academically centered. That means they really focus on those students they want to attend, to pursue an academic career. So they are really strict. They are highly selective. They ask to be extremely good. Okay, and usually you have to have an exam when you are 11 to get in. That is called the common entrance exams. Okay. That's it. Well, thanks for now. That was the British school system. Next time we will see the US system of education, and we will compare about that. For now, thank you very much. Bye.